Does anyone over here, hold on, anyone here want any pears, fresh pears? Seriously.
Sure, I'll have a bear.
Bringing bear?
And I got
right?
bags if you want. Oh, yeah, they're just off the tree this morning.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take Jim's.
All right, board, we have a very interesting issue that we need to address before we actually can start the meeting. That both the chair and the vice chair are not present today, so I think that we need to nominate, the board as a body needs to nominate someone to be the temporary chair for the duration of this meeting. So do we have any
Who's
nominations?
least popular?
No, I think we should nominate Jim.
Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
Seniority.
All right.
Yes.
Second, are there any more nominations?
I hope so.
No? Is there a motion to close the
in.
nominations?
I'd motion to close the nominations.
There you go.
Second the motion.
Okay. And
Move that we accept Jim Guido as the chair, temporary chair for the day, unanimously.
okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, all those opposed?
You got that right.
All right, Jim.
That's it.
Get the
One
show
day.
on the road.
Very
Okay.
good, look.
One day.
What is this right here?
That's
Didn't
your
even
official
notice.
seal.
Oh, I have a seal. Wow. I prefer walrus. Okay,
Someone can-
so
Do you have a
what do you
copy?
have us for today?
First, we need a motion to accept your
Oh,
minutes.
I have to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, the minutes first, yes.
I would call the
No,
meeting to
thank
order.
you. Oh, that's right. Okay. I'm calling this meeting to order, September 12th. And we'll have all the members introduce themselves. I am Jim Guido, and I'll be chairing for today.
I'm James Wilson.
Lori Camerata from Beaver Dam.
Peggy Mann, Limestone.
David Summy, Arden.
Lisa Stevens, South Asheville.
Keith Levi Reynolds.
And I see we have 7, right? Good. Okay, everyone have a chance to look over the minutes from July 11th. Any additions or corrections?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
Okay. So the minutes have been
All those.
motion to accept has been motion and a second. So vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, it's been passed unanimously. So what's before us today?
We need to swear in the witnesses for anybody
First?
that's going to give testimony.
Okay. Anyone going to be speaking today? We have a big house. Needs to put their hands. So do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to try a fourth time.
Okay.
Is that what's before us today?
We have one variance request before you today. The applicant is Matthew Vande with S Square Design Studio on behalf of the owners, Doug and Elizabeth Kearney. The case number is ZPH 2012-0015. The subject property is 60 Oakhurst Road, and that's at PIN number 9653178547. This is in the R1 Single Family Residential Zoning District. The original application request for a reduction in the front yard setback to 10 feet. Just a note that there are 2 front yard setbacks on this lot since it is on 2 roads. And then we also have approached the applicant about requesting a rear yard setback to be reduced to 4 feet 11 inches to make existing structures and the proposed structures conforming. That's not completely legally necessary, as they could just align the structure with the existing encroachment, but we always feel that when they have a variance before you, they should go ahead and bring the structure into legal conformance instead of leaving it in legal non-conforming status. So that's our recommendation as a planning staff.
Okay. So you present your information. We do state for the records your names and give spelling if necessary.
Sure. I'm Matthew Vande. I'm the architect from S Square Design Studio. I guess you want me to spell my name or any of that?
Written on here.
Perfect.
Got it.
So, and I actually may be the only one speaking today, unless you want to speak to us. This is Doug. He's the homeowner. So. So I was asked by the homeowners to kind of help them kind of determine both some renovations for their existing house, as well as potentially an addition to house a two-car garage on their property. One of the challenges that we've got when we had the site survey done is that, like the majority, if not all of the houses in the area, none are technically conforming to the current setbacks on their properties. So we wanted to try and figure out a way to kind of do as small of an addition for the garage, as well as for a modified front porch addition to kind of make it a little easier or more accessible for, I believe is it Beth's mom? Yeah, Beth's mother. So that's essentially what we tried to work out on the site plan here, is to kind of show, in theory, what we think are the most kind of unobtrusive modifications that we could do to allow for those two new functions on the property. So if you guys have a copy of the site plan in front of you, really what we're talking about is, a front porch addition at the, I guess it would be the northeast corner of the house. There is currently already a concrete stoop there, and we're just talking about trying to increase the depth there, remove the stoop, and put in something a little bit more functional as a front porch, as well as a ramp area. The front porch actually will kind of improve the kind of street frontage in terms of being able to I guess, greet your neighbors more than the current stoop does. The garage is at the southwest corner, and really what we're talking about is just a two-car garage with a small kind of functional space above it to be used as a studio for the homeowners. The garage, or the garage addition, is actually a detached garage. The site plan kind of shows a couple of modifications to the existing deck, so that there's access to the new structure, but it is in fact detached from the existing house.
Okay. So, with a variance, as you can see when we wrote in here, is the idea of a hardship. So what is your best succinct way of explaining what you feel is the hardship necessitating the...
There's actually quite a bit of trouble in terms of parking on the site as is. There is technically a one-car garage. It is not usable from what I determined. Very low head height. It's a problematic access to the garage. And it is not currently used as a garage for that purpose. So there is essentially all vehicle parking is done on the street. So the idea of what we're trying to do is actually to kind of improve the parking situation on the street with the addition of the garage.
Okay.
Is there going to be an entranceway added onto the other road, or is there one existing?
The only entranceway that we're talking about is that the access to the garage would be off of Ivy Lane. The house basically fronts on Oakhurst if you were to look at the house. The side of the house faces towards Ivy Lane. Technically, they are both treated as street frontages. The garage access would be off of Ivy Lane.
Is there currently access off of Ivy?
There is not currently access off of Ivy. In terms of hardship, really, I mean, the primary hardship that we have is that the current lot does not really allow for any kind of modification to any house, just based on the fact that the setbacks were established much later than when the house was built. So the house is essentially kind of non-conforming even in its current state. So any modification that's done is going to be in violation of the current setbacks.
Okay. And I'm not really seeing, we don't have really a picture of the surrounding neighborhood. Is this?
I don't have any photos of the surrounding neighborhood, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. Okay.
This isn't the first time that we've run into this issue out in that neighborhood. It's pretty common.
Okay, I was going to say. So what is being proposed here, does it seem to be in character with the rest of the neighborhood?
From my recollection of some previous zoning inspections out there, I know that we've run into tight setbacks such as this before.
Okay.
But it's small homes, they're not big.
Okay.
I've got one question on the, I suppose the western line, the 37 northwest line, right down there, it says existing rear setback.
The existing rear setback was essentially, I established from the site survey that was done. Part of there's an existing porch off the back of the house, and based on the site survey that was done, that is the farthest piece of the house construction that we could establish, and based on that, we determined that it was approximately 4'11" off of the property line.
But you're calling it existing rear setback. You don't mean the R1 setback. You mean
No, I'm trying to remember what R1 rear setback.
20 feet.
Yeah.
All the way into the house.
right? I saw that, but then you had it down here, and I thought,
Yeah, that's probably bad terminology,
okay.
and I apologize for that.
That's what I thought.
Actually, you know what it is? I think somewhere along the line that the text I actually have an arrow pointing to the actual existing rear setback. It looks like the note just got pushed down. So I apologize. Really, what we've got is existing rear setback is at 20.
Right.
And I guess the existing violation is 4'11" off of the property line.
So this was posted for zoning change, and
Yeah, just
the neighbors know about it.
well, I think that's the purpose of you guys sending out the letter.
The neighbors all are
We
aware.
did, and we received some communication from the neighbors. Most of it was just inquiry. We did receive a letter from the homeowners association in the area that they didn't express any issues with it. They did ask that there's a drainage on the property that would be respected, but that's outside of the purview of this board.
Okay.
I sort of feel like you've got a house here that, when the R1 setbacks were placed upon it, it's non-conforming anyhow. So anything you do to it's going to be a non-conforming issue, it seems like.
That is the hardship that we're hoping to establish. So.
So I guess I'm saying I don't have a problem with granting a variance as long as the neighbors are not complaining.
No, everybody within 1,000 feet of the boundaries of this property would have been notified and
Okay.
offered an opportunity to come.
I know the homeowners said that the only inquiries that they really had was just a clarification of the letter that was sent out. It wasn't very clear based on that what was being done on the property. So.
Any other questions? Anyone?
Are the trees that are noted, are those to be replanted or existing that are to be preserved?
The idea would be that any trees that could be preserved, we certainly would do our best to preserve. I don't know that we've really established if trees need to be removed for the purpose of putting the addition in, how that would be replaced. It's probably just a conversation that I need to have with the homeowners to determine what they want to. The idea being that the only trees that would be removed are the ones that are, directly related to the construction of the addition.
Any other questions? Even though you're sworn, and I have to ask, is all the information that you have presented, and to the best of your knowledge and ability, is it honest and accurate?
Yes.
Okay, I'll close the public part of the meeting.
I
Yes.
would just ask if there's any public open for public
Okay.
comment and then close it.
Okay. Is any visitors from the spirit world? Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor or opposed to this project? Seeing none, I will suggest that we go ahead and close the public portion of the proceedings, and let's have our discussion here. Good.
This is in my neighborhood, and it was thoroughly discussed at our annual meeting, and there was no opposition to it at that time.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that it's not an issue.
Yeah. And you would then say that everything being suggested is also fits in character with the neighborhood, et cetera? Okay. Any other comments? Anyone going to be bold enough to put forward a motion?
I'll make a motion. Let's see. Mr. Chair, based upon the evidence presented to this board, including the following exhibits: petitioner's application, the submitted development plan, GIS maps, finding of fact worksheet, I move that this board adopt the following findings of fact. Do I need to read all these?
No 1 through 6.
No.
The 1 through.
1 through 6.
Depending on your.
And 7A.
Okay. We've heard a motion. Anyone second that motion?
I'll second it.
Okay. So we have a motion to accept the finding of fact. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Finding of fact is passed, put into record. Okay. Now we need one more motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the variance based upon the following foregoing finding of facts and for the reasons set forth therein. I move that the requested variance be approved.
Okay. We have a motion
Second.
to approve, and we have a second. So we have a motion and a second to approve the variance as it stands. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Is there any other business for us today? Seeing that there is no business for us today, well, we'll close today's session. Thanks.
Congratulations.
There you go.
And you did a good job.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim.